Well, hello everyone, I'm Yeti from BU4U Gaming, and today we are back in Botany Manor, and we got some more flowers planted and grown here last time, so very cool. Look at the colors on this one, it's so pretty, very nice, and actually finished chapter 4, so let's go and see what delivery we got at the gatehouse. And it's so weird, this game, because sometimes there's a lot of music, like right now, and then a lot of the time there's no music at all. Unlike most games where there's like music playing pretty much throughout the entire game. But here sometimes it's just very, very quiet. And then, like now, and then every now and then there's this music that just pops up. And it's fairly loud when it does. Okay, so we got a key. Formal garden. Okay. Apology from Jimmy. Lady Arbella, I apologize wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the formal garden home with me. It was in my pocket and I had simply forgotten it was there. I didn't want to disturb your research, so I've left the key in the basket here for you, Jimmy. Oh, okay. So the formal garden, well, there was somewhere where it was locked. Was it over here on the right? Could be over here. Locked from other side. Okay, so no. Also doesn't really look like what I expected it to look like. Based on my memory. Felt like there was something somewhere. But just have a little look around. That's the orchard. Did we have a door in here? Or was it on the other side of the house? Because there was somewhere where we went outside and then we were kind of in a garden. So, was that the one? The maps. Okay, so gatehouse, entrance, orchard is where we just were. Formal garden 13 is all the way over here. Yeah, so it is kind of, I think, on the other side. Orchard is 5, that's where we are. Yeah, it must have been, I think it's right here at the end at, what is that, 7 Rose Garden. So we kind of do have to go outside. Must have been out here somewhere where we had the, that's where we went, oh, that's been a while. That's where we went to do the thing with the smoke, right? And the, was it oakwood or something? From what I remember, to get one of the plants growing. So, question is, wasn't it through here? No, not there. Not here. Feel like it was downstairs. Here's the kitchen. Is it through the kitchen we went outside? Yeah. Ah, look at that. See there. We have the smokery. Okay, no, here we can go outside, but it doesn't actually bring us. Where was the other place where we got to go outside? And we had the little room that just leads us down. Was it this way then? Back terrace, yeah. Okay. Could also get, oh, okay, I could also have gone through the priest hole and gotten here, of course. Okay, so there's the door. Yes. Formal garden. Okay. Got it. Nice. Climbing up. Chapter 5. 3 new plants added. Oh, look at this. Oh, so pretty. We even have a little... Oh, look at this. We even have a little picnic going on here. Doesn't that just look cozy? Huh. I like it. With boiled eggs and everything. Okay, let's just go to chapter 5 because I want to see what flowers we have to work with here. So there's the spring dance shrub, Solanum rubicerula. This flowering bush used to grow in the gardens but have completely disappeared when I was off on my travels. Oh, okay, we need a lot of clues for this. Fool's emerald. Oh, that almost looked like a a very thorny bush. A friend gifted me these seeds, so I don't know too much about them yet. Brownia lucerna. Oh. Ocelette. Decentra transcendium. A friend of mine found some seeds and was kind enough to let me use them for my herbarium. Okay, so this one only needs 4 clues. Okay, well, we are gonna explore, see if we can find some stuff. So I did notice there was something over here. Bonnet's illustrated penny paper. It was a message. Local man reports mystery signal. A gentleman farmer has reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from caves near his home in Cheddar. In his own words, I was walking my dog and lost track of time a little. It soon became dark and I decided to make the walk back home. On the way to my house is a tiny cave, and as I walked by, I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was one of those Morse code messages. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished and... Okay, continued on back. Yes, nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I'll never forget that one abbreviation as it was the first message I learned in Morse code. Local authorities have assured our journalists that there have been no recent military activity or exercises in the area, so the mystery remains unsolved. Aha. And then there would be high society and city news. Interesting. Well, the only thing I have ever learned in Morse code is SOS. Many, many years ago. I think is it 3 dots, 3 lines, and 3 dots, or it's 3 lines, 3 dots, and 3 line. I think it's the lines in the middle. So 3 dots, 3 lines, 3 like long, flashes. Or whatever you use, right? Depending on if you use light or you use like a, what is it called? Like a telegraph thingy or whatever it's called. What is it called, that thing? You usually see it in like Western movies maybe or something. They have this one where they sit and they tick on it. And then you kind of, I think, isn't that also Morse code they use for that? I don't know, it's been ages since I've seen that, but it just is what I'm thinking about. Anyway. I am rambling about stuff as usual, so let's move over here. We did find a seed. Oh, so that was the spring dance shrub. Nice, so that was one of them. Oh, look at this pretty place. Oh, there's an easel down there. Cool. Okay, but let's just continue exploring here. Okay, so here we can plant something when we need to. And we have some little butterflies, nothing on the bench, nothing on the table. And there's something in there. What about over here by the stairs? Did I pass anything by? It kind of feels like one would have to do something here. There's no water in here. I don't think there's anything here. Where did this lead? Oh, there's a lot of stuff out here to explore. There's also that place in the back that I kind of turned back from. Just trying to do stuff in a certain order so I can remember where I have been. Oh, greeting card. Oh, how cute. Sincerest greetings. Dearest Arabella, I was delighted after our recent mentoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the spring dance shrub that once grew in your garden before you departed on your travels. How wonderful it would be to see it growing again. I have been compiling plant specimens that require pollination to mature into their adult stage. I wonder if the spring dance shrub is one of these plants. Ever your affectionate friend, Lavinia. Well, she's asking if it is, but that might be the case, so that it would have to do with pollination. That could be a clue, of course. We can sit down. Nothing here. Let's see what this is. Plant chemicals. Chemical compounds in wildflowers. So we have indole or indole. Probably indole in jasmine. Opium in poppy. Digitox toxin in foxglove. Luciferian in fool's emerald. Galantamine in daffodil, and hypericin in St. John's wort. The digitox toxin, I can't even pronounce that. Digitox toxin from the foxglove. Isn't that the one they always use in movies? I feel like when they want to poison someone. Here we go. So we got the fool's emerald. Oh, that's an interesting looking seed. Bioluminescence. Library of Natural Wonders, the marvel of bioluminescence. In the darker corners of our world, there are plants and organisms that are able to produce their own light. These plants, fungi, and insects are most often found in areas of low light, such as dark forests, deep oceans, and gloomy caves. We got a hint about a blinking light, didn't we? Recent discoveries show that chemicals such as luciferian are responsible for this glowing effect. It is not known what this glowing effect is used for, but it could be for communication with others of the same species, or to attract pollinators or food. Scientists believe there are many bioluminescent species waiting to be discovered. Okay, we just had something about pollinators, and now we have all of this. So it could be that all those clues belong to this one. There was a greeting card. That was the one where we heard about pollination and the spring dance shrub, right? Okay. And if we assume that those things are related, so we would want to attract pollinators, then we would want this bioluminescent light, and we want the info about the plant chemicals. And then we had the, what was the news article about again? I've forgotten already. Just double checking this one. It was what? Yes, spring dance shrub. What was the newspaper article? It was, oh right, the newspaper article. That was the one about the blinking light. Right. So I could definitely tie all of these together based on just the fact that there was a greeting card mentioning pollination. But we'll see. Let's leave them there for now, while I can still somewhat remember what the clues were. Okay, so we can't go here. Nothing up here. And okay, I do remember standing here on the other side at some point. So now let's go down here. And then we have this pretty little arch here. Look at that. So pretty. Telegraph note. Ooh, something with a telegraph. Interesting. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well. Jimmy. Okay, so now we have... That also has to do with Morse code, so that would tie in with the news article. But how would we use that information with this? And I don't know. But there you go. We're gonna put you there for now. Note about lawn. My sweet Hazel, are you keeping well today? Jimmy's only gone and broken lawnmower again. If it weren't for my war injury, I wouldn't be letting him loose with the mower. He said he ran over some hard object down on the long grass near the pond. I had a brief look and couldn't see anything. Sometimes I wonder about that boy's sensibilities. Save me some of your lovely scones. Yours always, a Mr. Bennett. Okay, Jimmy, so he's broken the lawnmower. He also forgot about he had borrowed the keys. So down by the pond would be all the way down there. So maybe we can get there if we go this way around. Military code. Ooh, Manual of Military Engineering, Section 4, Communication over long distance. The method of communication over long distances must be selected according to the requirements of the scenario. If the message contains no sensitive information or there is no enemy presence within the communication area, an open method of communication such as telegraphy may be used. If open communication is permissible, both receivers may still benefit from the abbreviation of messages. See Plate 2 for a table of commonly used military abbreviations using telegraphy and Morse code. Close communication methods rely more upon both technology and ingenuity. In the case of secrecy and obfuscation, planning is required and both parties must have knowledge of the method of encryption used. Section 4. A brief history of long-range military communications. Ancient Greece, water telegraphy and torch telegraphy. Ancient Rome, smoke signaling. 16th century, beacons and pigeons. 18th century, Murray shutter telegraph. 18th century, radiated telegraph. 19th century, Morse code. Okay. And then we have this, telegraphy, abbreviations, and prosigns. So we have Roger, over, out, wait, verified, say again, correction, break, attention, and over and out. Okay, and then the meaning, of course, Roger, transmission received, over, invitation to transmit, and so on and so forth. But KA would be attention message begins. That's the one he was talking about in the newspaper article. So it's probably the KA. But it doesn't really. Okay, so I guess that's the abbreviation then, or the prosign, or is the attention the abbreviation? I guess that's the abbreviation would be when you cut words down to like initials and stuff, right? So KA, and then prosign is probably the attention. Well, it doesn't really matter, at least for now. Okay, so we have seaweed, wood ash, guano, manure, coffee, and peat. So we're gonna need to do something over here, but I can't really do anything with any of those. Growing hydrangeas. The Flower Growing Companion, an illustrated monthly journal. Tips for growing hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are beautiful flowers that contain anthocyanin, which is a pigment that can change color depending on the pH level of its environment. The colors can vary between red, purple, and blue. See, this I did know because I used to grow. Previously I've been growing hydrangeas when I was living in a house and we had a garden, and then we indeed use certain things to change the. You can also get. I don't know what you call that in English. Danish it's called surbund. There's a certain kind of soil that you can get from like planting, like from gardeners and stuff, that is like a sour. It's so it has a low pH, right? But I don't know what you would call that in English anyway. But a specific type of soil, right? And then you can change the color of it depending on if you want. I think it was to get the blue one, from what I remember. Then you need the pH to be lower, maybe. Pot catalog. Goddard's Garden Supplies, catalog for purchase by postal order, new materials for garden pots. So we have terracotta and we have granite to suit all gardens. We have sandstone, marble, and obsidian. Okay. But this one is most definitely a clue. But ocelot, fool's emerald, spring dance shrub. But I don't really feel like any of these really look much like a hydrangea. Huh. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna need some of this at some point. Well, right, we can't interact with it, so I don't know, but we'll see. So now we got that far. Let's try and go this way and see. Oh, we got a little birdie, and you flew off. Oh, I can actually move it. Interesting. Well, I think for right now we're gonna put you back. And okay, so we can look down there, but it didn't really bring me. Okay, where was the pond? Because there was that thing about what Jimmy. It was all the way over there. That's a long way off. I wonder if we can get over there with the something in the. Hey you. Aw, isn't it cute? Look at that little one. Okay, so it looks like we can move this over here on these, but I don't know why I would want to do that just yet. Other than, of course, to attract the attention of the bird, but... Okay, so there's this that we can go in there, but actually before we do that, let's check, is there anything over here? No, we can just sit on it. Oh, we can even move it all the way over here. Interesting. Pigment research, anthocyanins research, spring dance shrub, blue violet. Okay, so it is the spring dance. That's the. So maybe I've put some stuff there that doesn't actually belong to this one. That would not be anything new. So blue, violet, purple, white, pink, red. Right, so we can change the color. And I was right. pH, a low pH would give you blue. At least I remembered that correctly, even though it doesn't have anything to do with the game. Soil pH research, so guano, manure, seaweed, wood ash, coffee, and peat, and we have granite, terracotta, obsidian, marble, and sandstone. So depending on which type of pot and which type of, well, all of it, I guess, is a type of fertilizer. Then we can get whatever pH we would like. Notes by Arabella Green. Okay. Well, that definitely has to be. So there's something I have messed up because, unless that's the last two. So maybe the pollination, maybe the bioluminescence doesn't have anything to do with this, but it has to do with something else. Fool's emerald. And this one. But for sure, the hydrangeas and all this pigment research, that had to do with it. Spring dance shrub, yes. Okay, so let's just reset and reset, reset and reset. But the reading card did have to do with it because it was specifically mentioned, right? So there we go. Now we have that. Then there's the pot catalog. We do need that information. Soil pH research. Plant chemicals. And bioluminescence. Well, we had one mentioned. Variant, something variant. So these two seem to be tied together. Right, and then we have the telegraph, the military code, and the news article. All of that seems to be tied together because we had the blinking lights and the Morse code. Yeah. But the question is which plant it's for. It's probably for this one since we already got the seed, but it could also be from this for this one. Okay, but I still need 2 more clues for this. Okay. So maybe we have to pollinate it with use the bird. Well, I don't know. Let's... Oh, I almost forgot. That's why I usually leave doors closed until I'm ready to go through them. Because otherwise I tend to forget. Oh, it just leads back. This is the one that was closed from the other side. Okay, never mind then. And we're just gonna go around this way. And... Ooh. Letter about mentoring. Dear Miss Green, I have recently heard of your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of its complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying, the blind leading the blind, does come to mind. All jests aside, I do hope your endeavors in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. Sincerely, Professor Thornton. These people, they irk me the wrong way. Yep. Okay, so we can sit there and... Okay, so we can go that way. This leads back up to where we just came from, right, with the birdie. Let's see if there's anything over here. Letter from Hazel. Dear Mr. Bennet, thank you so much for the lovely bunch of rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I'm grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Faithful yours, Hazel. Okay. That was something with rhubarb. But Mr. Bennet, he was the one who told us about Jimmy breaking the lawnmower, right? But I'm not seeing anything clue-like about that letter so far. Okay, so we checked all of this. Nothing here. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we have birdseed. Mixed seed for garden birds prepared by Pruitt Garden and Farmstead Supply Company. Highest quality, hygienically blended. Attract a host of garden birds such as bluebirds, finches, robins, and warblers with the seed prepared at the highest quality levels. Simply spread the seeds on an appropriate bird table or feeding surface and observe the delight of your feathered garden neighbors. Okay, well, I think this one is a robin, isn't it? The one we saw? Well, I'm not sure. Okay, so we can also snatch this up. Okay, so now we have access to 2 of those, but I'm not sure we can actually bring it all the way down here. Which is probably what we need to do. See, because we do have this. And so I would assume we kind of have to bring it over here, but why do I need two of these? Well, one of them... I think I got the idea. The bird will, of course, be sitting on one of these, right? Eating. And then you put one further away and the bird flies over here. So you go back and get this one and move that over. And then maybe you can move it bit by bit to get it to follow you. Right? Okay, so we have a key for the boathouse. Nice. Attracting birds with color. So red flowers, blue flowers, yellow flowers, and purple flowers. So the one we saw, I do feel like it looked like a robin up in the top here. That little one up there is a robin. Didn't it? Didn't really study it that much. It could have been a willow tit, but I think it was a robin. Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers, but did you know that birds have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colors? The above chart shows which color of flowers attract which birds to your garden. So we need red flowers, which is what we need the pH for, so we can make sure that we get the right color of flower. Right, so that's why we need the hydrangea research. We have the bird poster and the bird seeds. Yes, so that was everything we need for this one. Spring dance shrub. Okay, key for no boathouse. So could we grow a flower anywhere around here? Where was the closest place we could do that? I do not remember. Okay, I'm so gonna get lost here. That brings us back over here, which means we can go up here and do it. So let's just do that. I go right here, and well, we kind of maybe have to go back and do, well, we might have to go back and do it, because we needed to figure out the guano and all that stuff, exactly what we need. So we now know we need a red flower, right? So when was that? Ooh, see, we had this. So when we look at this, then we know we have pH 12 to 14. Okay, well, we are completely out of time, guys. So we're going to continue with this next time, which is why we're going to do it right here so we can go through it from the beginning to figure out exactly what it is we need here and what type of fertilizer we need. Because I think we have to use that specific table to actually plant our flowers so we can get the right soil in there. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And as always, do take care and happy gaming.